Horus Lupercal and the few Astartes and Custodies that accompanied him battled their way up through the decks of the Phalanx. Brutal firefights erupted as the fists of Dorn and the demonic creatures that accompanied them mounted a desperate counter-offensive against the Loyalists. The Custodies, resplendent in their golden armour, carved through the traitors with ease with their guardian spears, while the Legio Astartes laid down a suppressing fire. Horus Lupercal lashed out with his great mace, Worldbreaker, and opened fire with the combi bolter mounted upon his lightning claw, the Talon. Their only objective was to find the Emperor and protect him, no matter the cost. Angron and Rogol Dorn clashed. The great teeth of Angron's weapons, Gorefather and Gorechild, grinding and locking with the great double-handed blade of the Warmaster, Storm's teeth. Sparks flew from both great weapons as the two Primarchs, like ancient gods of war, duelled. Both men knew that only one of them would survive this day, intent on killing one another. The berserker rage of the Gladiator King against the technical precision of the Warmaster. Animalistic savagery versus iron discipline. Rogol Dorn parried and flipped Gorefather from Angron's grip, causing it to slide across the cold metal floor with a screech and splutter as the teeth slowly ceased their whirring and buzzing. Dorn followed up with a devastating blow to Angron's shoulder, the wound that Leman Russ had inflicted upon him earlier. Angron screamed in pain, while Rogol Dorn gave a pitiless, emotionless stare. Storm's teeth carved deep into Angron's flesh, through his ribcage, spraying blood and shards of bone into the air. In desperation, Angron gripped Gorechild in both hands and struck hard against Rogol Dorn's torso with a deafening clang, tearing open his armour with the scream of ripping ceramite. Rogol Dorn pulled his blade back and swung once more, severing Angron's head from his body. The corpse swaying before falling to its knees and falling forward onto the floor with a thud. Poor Angron, Rogol thought. If only he had joined the Warmaster's cause, he'd still be alive. As he revelled in his victory, a blinding light caught his attention. The Emperor had appeared. The Master of Mankind looked to the corpse of his son before focusing his gaze to Rogol Dorn. How could you, he thought. How dare you? The Emperor raised his flaming sword and told Rogol Dorn that this coup was over. He will stand down and face judgment. Rogol Dorn shook his head. He had taken things this far already, and he wasn't going to stop now. The Imperium was his, and all that was left was to dispose of his tyrannical father. The Emperor gave Rogol Dorn one last chance, for he would show no mercy to his traitorous son. Rogol Dorn smiled as the shard of the oculus around his neck began to glow. 4 towering figures materialized behind him, snarling and growling monstrosities of leathery red skin, putrid masses of green rot, iridescent blue feathers, and pale fleshy claws of chitin. Rogol Dorn told the Emperor that he would not be showing mercy either. The 4 demonic creatures roared and screamed as they launched themselves at the Emperor.